We are live. We got Tools and Souls in the house. He's currently how's everyone doing? We got some members here. We got Tools with Souls. We got Paul W. We got
finally got up to top billing right there. Jeremy's here.
We got Jeremy. How's everyone doing, man? We got us a somewhat of a new layout. Introduce you to the new whiteboard. Paul W's favorite. And yeah, this is whatever's on the screen is right here. So we're going to get it going. I've got a little draw pad. We can draw things out now. Should be pretty good.
Yeah. Turn your volume up a little more.
Yeah, I could do that. So everything was more or less set up for one person. And then StreamYard does this weird thing where they got to put us portrait instead of landscape. And everything was over there. And now it's different perspective. But it's all good, man. We got some controversial topics to talk about. And it's going to be a lot of fun. What do you think?
I'm all ready for some controversy.
You
I'm
know
not
what?
the first name in controversy.
This is going to be it's not an anti-millennial podcast, I promise. But y'all are part of the problem.
You are a millennial.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that. Okay, so being from Bermuda, everything's a little bit laid back. You got 5 miles of width until you hit an island. What's up, Robert G? Thank you. Very, very generous of you. We certainly appreciate that. Thank you.
Mr. Wilson.
We got 5 miles of width
Mr.
for the
G.
island. We got 24 miles long. Everybody knows everybody. It's just a different kind of mindset out there. I moved from there to here for school, and I took full advantage of it, and nothing was given to me. I don't know, man. I've been watching just different things pop up in your feed, and I'm probably going to wind up getting reacted by this guy because he's got like 2.4 million followers. But you know what? This is a problem. This is a huge problem, and I'm going to post it here. We could play it here. We want to play it on the screen?
Play it on the screen.
Play it on the screen. All right.
Just like some mountain music. Let's do this.
Hold on. Let me get it going. Let me get it going.
See, I'm Gen X. I can complain about all the generations, and no one's coming at me.
That is very true. So we just got this mentality, man. In the chat, what's your thought? Now I agree with some of the topics. This guy makes good points, but this last one, it just didn't hit right with me. And then I've been watching other. I don't want to call anybody out, man. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Whatever. Everyone's entitled to say whatever the heck you want. Always. That should never be taken away from you. But I strongly disagree, and I think that it's a bad thing to say out loud because you get other people's mindset. You know, with group thought, that's the problem with the internet, is that everything's so now, and everyone reacts on their feelings, and then someone tweets something, and then next thing you know, instantaneous repercussions for whatever happened without even taking time to figure out what actually happened. So I was watching a video. This guy was saying, you know, some of the worst parts about being an electrician. One of the worst things was the porta potty.
Oh, I thought it was being...
one of the worst things was I'm not going to put the guy on blast. I'm not going to do it. But there was a lot of worse things, dude. I can think of a lot of worse things as an electrician than the freaking porta potty. What was your worst thing about being an install tech? Not an install tech, a solar technician. In the chat below, what's the worst part about your job? Let us know.
I'll be honest with you. This is going to sound like really stupid, but it was not having water all the time. Like not having access to water, being around water all the time. So a lot of the day you're just freaking thirsty, especially if it's like really hot. which it's always really hot if you're up at altitude.
Right. I
So
gotta look this guy up,
you don't have like I would bring a little thing of water or whatever, but most of the time the coolers or whatever are down on the ground level on the truck. So you're having to take like a 15-20 minute journey to go get some water. And well, nobody's got time for that. You just work through it.
All right. This is probably a mistake. This guy's got 2.34 million subscribers, man. The dude is funny.
Yep. You got a super chat you need to say thank you to.
I got a super chat. Thank you, Joshua Wilson. Some cash to clean the unbearable porta potty. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
The other thing that, like, I get.
I'm actually going to subscribe to him on this channel. I'm subscribed to my personal channel, and sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I might just be different because, like, when I'm on the job, I'm only thinking about getting the job done. I'm not really thinking about much of anything else. Like, what's next? What do I have to do? Like, I'm planning it out the whole time. So
that's
I
all
really
I'm thinking
don't know.
about. Yeah, that is all I'm thinking about. Now I'm not going to react on all this guy's stuff. This is his content. I don't believe in just sitting there watching someone's, especially just sitting silent watching stuff like some people do. It's called "I was so stressed that day." So I'm just going to type that in here in the search here.
The new guys are a problem. You just send them for the conduit stretcher. Ask them to go around trying to figure out what EMT really means.
Yeah. There you go. Hang on.
Don't ask me. I'll give you something.
Okay, now they should be fair use as long as we got our faces in here, right? Maybe. No?
Yeah, yes. You're good.
Okay, we're going to do this. That way at least someone's here. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
When we're finally going to understand that this new generation of workers is not to be played around with. You get what I'm saying? If they don't like a job, they will leave it gone. Van Moose, they will quit so fast. A 2-week notice is just a really funny joke to them. At this point, it's an urban legend, right? My friend worked at Baskin Robbins for 2 days, right? And my friend had one specific rule. Do not make fun of Harry Potter, right? His manager said, Harry Potter's stupid. My friend said, say that again and I will quit right now. And the manager called the bluff. He said, Harry Potter's stupid. Guess what my friend did? He got a scoop of mint chocolate chip and then got out of there. The manager had to close by himself. My friend said, I will not be disrespected in the workplace. I'm like, look, what? Right, at our job, right? Somebody said, hey, don't schedule me on Mondays. And guess what they did? Scheduled him on Monday. And guess what happened? He's not working Mondays anymore because he quit expeditiously. He sent me a SpongeBob meme that says, I don't really feel like it. That's the workplace nowadays. Respect your workers, please. It's
okay. Now, I don't have anything problem with what he said. He's telling the facts, right?
No, we got this.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't.
All right. The comments are exactly what's wrong with America right now. And the comments are so crazy, dude. There's people agreeing with this. Just some of the comments here, apparently, if I'll have to find them on the phone, I guess, because they're just buried on YouTube. They're in a different spot. But some of the most liked comments, man, are like insane. Agreeing with it, all about it, justifying it. It's just a bad deal right now, man. Let me see if I can find one here. Employer, understand that you're replaceable. Employees, bet, replace me. Malfunction, dialogue, rebuttal option does not exist to the employer. It doesn't work like that in the real life, man. And we're making soft generational come ups. If you ask me, I think that we're promoting something where, dude, you have to suck it up, Buttercup. That's you put your big boy panties on and you do that job and you get educated on something that you want to do differently. I don't know, man. Am I wrong?
Well, is this the part where I play devil's advocate or is this the part where I go after somebody? That's the
What,
real
what's your
question.
thought? What's your thought? I'm not
My
talking. So
when I
just so
first
we're
saw
clear,
that,
sorry, because I got comments coming in.
okay,
Did I just? I'm not talking about the guy's video. I agree. He's just making a comment about today's youth. That's absolutely true. By the way, Paul, whatever, I see some comments coming in. We're probably going to name this channel the Forge or something like that. Not the channel, but this whole group, okay? Because we're all forged in the same fire. Just depends how much were you hit with the mallet? How long were you in there? Were you taken out before somebody else? We're all in this life together, melting away, and depending on what shape you're made into is going to determine who you are when it's all said and done, dude. I've gone through the school of freaking hard knocks my whole life, and I've never expected anything. Whenever my gallbladder was killing me, did I ever show on stream that my gallbladder was killing me? Did we ever miss a stream? I saw a dude today, and he saw me, and he said, "Man, when I saw you," he said, "It's so good to see you." He said, "You're not yellow anymore." He said, "When I saw you, I started praying for you. I didn't think I was going to see you again."
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Renegades Garage.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Renegades. We support Renegades. Go check his channel out.
Anyway, when my initial thought when I saw that was this dude is right. And then let me just explain that.
Yes.
The children of today certainly look at jobs as disposable, but they have been told their entire lives by various groups, by various people and organizations that businesses don't care about you. So why care about business? And they think that they are to be held to a higher value than they have shown.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I have met that will tell you, oh, that job doesn't pay enough for me.
Yeah.
I grew up, my parents, my mom, she worked, but she was 40 when she had me. So by the time I went to high school, she was already retired. My dad worked off and on, nothing real steady his entire life, but he was a drinker. We grew up on welfare for the most part, right? Those kids have never been hungry. Those
Yeah.
kids have not had to suffer. I know you and I joke about hard times now because I did Dusty Souls the other day, but you know, those kids haven't had to experience hard time.
Yeah.
But it's also a product of the day. If you
Right.
think back to the generations before, they had war, famine, disease, droughts, things that would kill vast parts of the population and do so quickly.
Yeah.
So those folks had to learn how to get by. Like
When
they
some
had actual troubles.
sorry, when somebody says bosses are incredibly disconnected from the younger generation, what does that mean to you? 3,800 likes.
They
What does that mean to you?
To me, it means that the person that said that, by the way, backwoods boy, small engines, how you doing? The person that said that to me is saying that bosses don't treat their employees like children.
Right. Okay.
That's what I hear in that. And
Should your boss treat you like a child?
I've been on the business owner end of it.
Okay.
Right. And I have been on the employee side. As a business owner, a lot of times I do look at my employees as children. I am there to provide and protect.
Okay.
So in that aspect, I do look at them as children.
Yes.
However, I look at them as grown children,
that you're
adults.
paying to be accountable.
Right. And if they do not toe the line, my favorite or one of my favorite sayings to them is, I will promote you to a customer in a heartbeat.
That's pretty awesome. Hang on, I'm trying to turn this light off. Yeah. Let's see here. So what he said is absolutely true. He makes some really good points. He unfortunately he made a video about how you don't need a 2 weeks notice because your company doesn't care about you anyway. They're already going to let you go. Your foot's half in, half out, whatever, dude. I wasn't raised that way. So when I put in my 2 weeks notice, I still sold $11,000 for the company. 2 panels. I hadn't sold I hadn't sold more than 3 panels in my whole career at that company for a whole year. Is there doing sales? I just didn't believe in it. I sold 2 panels, a $7,000 chandelier, about 6 or 7 diags at $750 each, and it was like 11,000 one week, and it was like 12,000 for like the next week or something, dude. It was stupid. It was stupid. And my last check was, good. And I wasn't 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was all in till I'm all out. And I just, I don't know, man. I was just raised differently. I just can't think that people just, you look around and you can see it, man. All the restaurants are struggling. It's just the mentality is so different.
It's
positivity, being fully here, focusing on whatever it is you're doing today, here and now. That's awesome. I like that.
It's not different. It really isn't. It's very easy for us as we get older to look at younger people and go, I was not like that as a kid. And a lot of us, that is true. But at some point in our lifetime, we were like that. We were the ones that didn't want, like, if we didn't want to clean our room, we didn't want to eat certain things at the dinner table, or so we would throw a hissy fit.
Right.
Now,
right. Okay.
Typically, as you get older, you grow out of that. It's part of the maturing process, but you also mature through strife. That's the number one cause of change, is some strife in your life. A lot of these kids, they're living at home longer. They're being taken care of longer.
Yeah.
Their entire lives, they grew up, they're being told they were special. They could do anything they want. They could be anything they want. My son, though I've failed him as a father, and I'm the first one to admit I failed him as a father. I thought I was teaching him the differences from right and wrong, and I apparently failed. But my son will never tell you he got coddled. He will never tell you that I made him feel special, because like when he was really young and he would go out for like sports or whatever, I'd look at him and go like, son, maybe you should think of a different line of work for when you grow up, because you ain't going to be a professional athlete. Like, you could tell way.
I wouldn't say I don't know. There's coddling, and then I don't know, man. There's just a huge disconnect with just the way people are, man. It's just a different. I'm not going to claim this generation, man. I'm just I can't. I don't have the same. I am, but I just, man, I do not have the same viewpoints.
Look, and that's the problem with stereotyping. You throw in everybody.
Yeah.
Typically in things like this, it's the vast vocal minority that are like that. I worked with kids that are in their 20s doing solar, and those little shits, they would work and work and work, and they were absolutely phenomenal. When one of them decided, hey, your boy Rim, when one of them decided, hey, I'm going to go try to be a professional baseball player because that was his dream. Who am I to say don't pursue your dream? I was like, go on, Colton, do your thing. I hope you make it, be the best you can be, but have a backup plan.
Right. Have a backup plan. Dude, I don't think, I think like everybody's living in the moment right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Like,
What's up? What's up, you boy? We're talking about this generation and the mindset in the workplace. And, I'm disconnected from that completely. I mean, dude, I pretty much went through freaking boot camp of a job. I mean, every day you're suffering. Every day you're getting called names. Every day you're physically abusing your body. Every day you're going to work when it's hot. You're going to work when it's cold. You're never comfortable. You're always doing something. You're always moving. You're always thirsty. Um, I don't understand that office life. I couldn't imagine doing it. Uh, that's probably some of the difference right there. What's
yeah,
what's the, what's the percentage of trades that's declined now?
well, that's actually not the kid's fault.
Right.
And it's actually what we have placed on as valuable. So back certainly when I was a kid, because we had both wood shop and auto shop in my school when I was young enough to go to school, right?
Yeah.
We had both of those. We had vocational schools where you could go in and learn a trade. At least get your feet wet and learn the basics, right? Then that would prepare. And some people, they would see that and they would be like, well, I'm not very book smart, or I'm not interested in going to school.
Yeah.
So that is my viable alternative. I will go learn these things. I will learn a craft, and then I'll be able to use my hands the rest of my life. My hands, my knowledge. Today, it's more like you're saying, here's what you need to do. You need to go to high school. You need to go get a college degree. After your college degree, you're going to take a couple of crappy jobs until one of them says, oh, you're the most magnificent person on God's green earth. Let me make you the VP. But
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is the percentage of people that get to be a VP, the percentage of people that get to be higher in a business is less than 1% of it's less than 1% of the population.
Right.
So we're telling people that their dream is to go out and make six figures. Only about maybe 6% of the population makes six-figure salary.
Right.
We're telling them go out, make six figures. That's the American dream. No, the American dream is to buy a house, have a family, and set up your family for success. Two-parent household, making the next generation better than your generation and allowing them to progress along that family path. It has nothing to do with a job. The job is a means to an end. It was always about family, and it was always about keeping your family together and setting up the next generation for success. That's always been the American dream. Now it's six figures and being famous. I don't get the being famous part. Honest to God, like I believe it in my heart. 200,000 followers, 50 million people have watched me at least. 2 weeks after I quit doing this, no one's going to remember who the hell I am.
Yeah. So how does that make you feel?
I'm fine with it.
You think you want to put a dent in impact society? Or you
No,
just
I want to be forgotten when I'm dead.
you just
I
trying
don't
to
want to be
entertain?
remembered.
What's your I'm trying to make a dent, dude.
You're trying to make a what?
I'm trying to make a dent.
Well, 7 dwarves made a dent in Snow White's cherry, and no one remembers that part. They only remember Prince Charming coming along afterwards.
I'm gonna make a dent. I don't even want my name to be remembered. I want what I said, what I taught, what was done differently, what was done right. I see a lot of crazy stuff out there, man. Today I was doing a release for 4,000 amps for a really large building, and I was like, okay, got the plans.
Yeah. Jeremy made 2 comments. I want you to highlight
I might have already highlighted it. Let me see here.
the second to last one there that he made. It starts out with, hold on. I was raised. So he said, I was raised to be loyal to your employer. They in turn would be loyal to you. In my experience, nothing but a replaceable object to employer. I still had pride in my work and self. An employer was never made to be loyal to an employee. An employee is an asset. And the more skill that employee adds to the business, the more likely they are to make themselves irreplaceable. But it takes a very special type of person to go into a business, learn that business, add beyond what they're asked to do. And I know a lot of folks do that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But not to the point where they're irreplaceable. Again, that is less than 1% of the population that ends up doing that. Most of us, I include myself in this, most of us can go in and learn the business.
Yeah.
We can learn how to run the business, but we don't move the business further. We don't advance it. We can be very good at our job, but there are other people that can be just as good
from the outside.
Yep. But if you don't make yourself irreplaceable by adding additional to the business, then the business has no reason to be loyal to you. Just as you are no more loyal to that business than the time you're there.